Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I wrote this video like barely an hour ago. I wrote it started writing it half an hour ago, but I just felt so inspired to film it. I usually wait a couple of days after I've started writing a video, or I'll just film it on a whim if I get ideas, but I don't plan it. But I've written out this video and I just really wanted to share it. So as many of you know, I started practicing yoga a month ago because my head of year suggested it to me because he thought that it would help calm my exam stress, and it is probably one of the best hobbies I've ever taken up. It has been life-changing, as everybody says, but yeah, if you haven't tried yoga before, I highly recommend you try it, and try it with an open mind, because I tried it before and I was trying to be perfect and I didn't get the aim of yoga, and I was like, this is so hard, I can't do it, it makes me feel really stressed and depressed. But if you do it with the right mindset, especially if you join a class, it gives you that commitment to go every week, to see the same people and to learn lessons. And I find it also pushes me, because I go for an hour, because I have to do the whole flow. Like, I'm used to just doing 20 minutes here and there from YouTube, which just fits into my day, but when I designate like a whole hour to go into a class, I can really get deeper into the yoga, and especially because I'm there in a room with other people doing it, you can really feel the vibes, you know. It is really fun, so I highly recommend that. Yoga isn't really, some yoga classes in some places in the world though isn't accessible to everyone because it can be expensive, but there are loads of free videos online, and I find the videos online so fulfilling and useful. So yes, anyway, let's get into it. So I've got 10 lessons that I've learned from yoga so far with 1 month. I can't believe it's been 1 month. It seemed like so much longer than that. The last month has just been crazy with Christmas and stuff, because I broke up for school so late. Like, it was 2 days before Christmas Eve, so December was just a weird month. Anyway, so my first lesson that I've learned is when you're doing a difficult, I think it's asana, but it's really hard to pronounce it with a British accent because I've only heard it with an American accent. And I don't want to say it differently because it just sounds strange, but anyway, sorry if I pronounce that wrong. But anyway, when you're doing a difficult yoga pose, when you're doing a difficult yoga pose, breathing deeper into the pose can make it easier. And I heard this from Hitomi Mochizuki, who is one of my favourite content creators here on YouTube, who I'm obsessed with at the moment. I love her content. She did a yoga class YouTube video for digestion, which I've been doing quite a lot. As someone with IBS, it is just the best, especially in the morning before I eat breakfast, because I just feel so much more calm and ready for the day. So in that yoga flow, she says there's nothing in life that you can't breathe through, and that's just a phrase that just keeps popping into my head lately, because it is just so life-changing, to use that word again, because you can get down about so many like little things in your day because everything just builds up, and then every little thing just seems so awful even though they're not. It's just the combination of different factors. But having that phrase of there's nothing you can't breathe through, it's just like you can get through anything. You can just focus on your breath and your breathing and just feel calm in that moment. Like, there's no reason why you should get stressed, and I just think that's amazing. So that's something I've only heard in the last couple of days, but it's definitely really helped lately because I'm doing my trial exams. So yeah, it's really good to hear that. So the second one is, if I feel tired or numb, I can move my body and feel alive again and have blood circulating and feel warm. Now, this is something that really was important today, because today it was so cold. Like, I literally had to come home from school because we were on exam leave, study leave. I had to come home from school when I could have stayed longer to like do free study, because I just could not warm up my feet. I just felt just ill because it's just so cold. So later on in the day, my legs really started to ache, and I haven't really done that much walking today at all really for a school day, but just the cold and the sitting at a desk, the sitting doing an exam and everything just made my legs really ache. So even though I've already done yoga this morning, I did the yoga for digestion flow this morning, which was incredible. I love doing yoga in the morning. What was I even saying? Yeah, even though I did yoga in the morning, I decided to do some before dinner, just randomly. I was just in my room and I thought, I'll just do some stretches, you know, just to kind of get the blood circulating to my legs again. And it worked. Like, I felt so numb and tired and just like I couldn't do anything. And then I just stretched, I did some yoga poses, and I just felt amazing afterwards. And yeah, they weren't even like crazy stretches, it was just my own little yoga flow I kind of invented on the spot, and it was just incredible. So highly recommend that. It is really good. So now I know anytime I feel bad, I feel ill, I feel down, just I can get that energy flowing again, I can get it back. It's really good. So the third one is breath work in general, and because yoga is so good for breath work and it teaches you so much breath work, it has made me neglect my Headspace app, because I got a Headspace like a couple days before I started yoga, and it's really annoying because I really wanted Headspace, but because I'm doing so much kind of meditation while I'm doing yoga, I don't feel like I need to go to Headspace to meditate. But I really want to get back into meditating. It's just really hard because I'm already doing it, so I don't really go on there as much. But maybe when I'm back in like a normal school routine I will. But I think that the breath work is really amazing, because breath work as itself, as a tool, like yoga, meditation, breath work, 3 completely different things, but they work so well together. The breath work just helps you to be calm, and changing the way you breathe just kind of changes the way you feel. You can breathe for focus, for reducing stress, for before you go to sleep. You can breathe really slowly and like hold your breath whilst you're breathing in like a certain pattern, and it makes you feel more sleepy. So I think it's really powerful, and something I'd love to learn more about as I do it more and more. So the next one is being grateful for your body, and I really love this because it's a really natural self-love kind of thing. It's not like a lot of influencers are just like, yeah, you should love yourself and like do self-care and like cute skin masks and stuff, like face masks and skincare. It's just gonna like change your life and you're gonna be so happy about yourself. No, yoga helps you to actually feel really confident in yourself and see your body as something more than just something you move about in. It helps you see the power in your body, it helps you be more confident in yourself. So I really love that, because you realise all the things that your body does for you, and it's amazing. And then the 5th one, taking that moment for yourself and your body, and creating space for yourself to be free, is just another lesson I've learned. It's just amazing, like just taking that time, even if you're doing just like a 10-minute flow, that's 10 minutes that you've designated for yourself just to feel better, and that's just amazing. And I really love it in all of the yoga flows that I do. Like the yoga teacher always says, like well done for coming to the mat. Like it's so nice that that is an achievement, that you have the intention of doing yoga and you just sit down and actually do it. Like that's so lovely that we are celebrating that in a world where everything is usually so difficult. So yeah, it's a really nice little motivation to actually do the flow, because you're like, you've come to the mat, so now it's time to do it and feel positive. Okay, the next one is the body holds onto a lot of tension from emotions as a physical store on the body, and now I understand that, because witches would always say that, like other witches that I hear, read about, watch on YouTube, stuff like that, as a witch myself, would say about shielding, and like when you don't want to get the negative emotions from other people throughout your day. You can put up a shield, so like an energetic force field that you kind of imagine. You kind of meditate in the morning and like imagine this like kind of sphere around you. You can decorate it however you want, put like swords on it, you can make it a different colour, and it just helps you to feel more protective. It's like protective magic, and they say if you don't take this shield down, then the energy can get stagnant and it can build up. And now I really understand that, because like if you have stress or just anything that happens in your day, your body holds onto that, and like when you do yoga and you release all of that, it's just, you really understand it. Because a lot of people say to me like, Ella, how can you talk about energy and stuff, like it's not really an actual thing, like it's not a scientific thing, but it actually is. They've done studies on plants that if you shout at a plant, then it will grow worse than a plant that you talk to positively. Like the energy that you give off in the way you talk to it will help it grow a certain way. So I think that is really, really beautiful, and just something that's under researched in science, obviously, as we all say, but it's just so cool that you can release that, because you don't have to deal with that stress in your body that you can physically feel. You can get rid of it by doing yoga, which I really, really love. The next one is modifying poses. This is something I've realised I've started doing this week, especially in my yoga class, which was only yesterday. Can't believe that was yesterday. It feels like so long ago. So in my yoga class now, because my yoga teacher doesn't get us to modify poses, I don't know why, I think that's just her teaching style. So I tend to now modify them myself, because I've seen so many like yoga flows online. Like it's not that much of a modification. It's like if you're doing like a certain yoga pose thing, like lowering the back leg. Lowering the back leg is a life changer, because it helps me just do the proper yoga pose thing, and not worry about not doing it. Because if I do like the whole thing and I don't lower the back leg, then I don't enjoy it. And another one of these lessons is that no one can tell you what is right for your body. Only you can know. Like only you can know if a pose feels right, or if you should change it so that it fits you, because no one else is in your body. No one else can feel what you feel and what's right and what's not. And that also links to another lesson that I've written down, which is a bit confused. Oh yeah, which is everyone is on their own path and on their own journey. It's your own yoga practice. So don't compare yourself to others, because in my yoga classes, because I want to get the correct things perfect, I can't keep saying the word pose, I'm actually gonna scream. I would just try and copy the other people around me. I'd try and get it absolutely perfect, and I'd want to have everything in the correct place. But it's about you, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect, like to the point where you're not actually injuring yourself because you're doing the wrong pose like completely, because I've done that before. Chloe Ting workouts, I cannot do them because I just wreck my spine because I'm not doing it properly. But I would constantly try and copy other people and like be like them, and then I realised one of the women in my yoga class has been doing it for 20 years. So I shouldn't be comparing myself to her. And yoga, you shouldn't compare to other people at all. Like that's something that's so easy to do, because people are always constantly comparing themselves on social media with other fitness type things, especially things like dance. People always compare themselves as dancers, and I think that's really, really bad. So yoga, if we could just have one thing that people don't compare themselves with others, can it please be yoga? Like, it's just so stupid. It's a spiritual practice for you. So I don't try and copy other people anymore. I only try and if I lose track of what my yoga teacher is saying, I then look around to see roughly where people are, because sometimes it is like Twister. I love saying that yoga's like Twister because it's really, really funny, but like when you're like lying down, you can't see anything, and it's like put your right leg here, your left leg here, and your right arm here, and your right leg here, there. You're like going like this, thinking like what is what, and you're trying to get everything in alignment. So sometimes you have to look to try and remember because it's like a long sequence, but that is okay. But it was when I was like to the tiniest little detail, I've been trying to do everything perfect. And it's like, there's this TV show I used to watch, I loved, called The Athena. You can actually watch it for free on YouTube. It was about art school, and the first episode is the boy, the cloud, the hat, and the man, or something like that. And they did this art exercise where they said, draw these 4 things. So everyone would draw it, and then they demonstrated how everybody knew of these 4 things, but they would all express them as different things. So like the main character in the show, she drew a boy with the cloud as his hair, with a house in his hands. Actually no, it must have been a man. Yeah, that's all the things. Yeah, and then other people drew it in different ways, and it's just so beautiful how everyone will turn it into different things, like with yoga. So everyone is going to want to do things in their own style, so you shouldn't compare yourself. So that is all of the 10 things. I might put them in the description box so it's easier to read and see it in an order, because I got really excited there that everything was linking together. So I went really quick, but yeah, so the final section of this video is things I'm still trying to learn from yoga. So these are things that I want to learn, but I'm just starting to understand. One thing I forgot to put down is the different styles of yoga. I'm really excited to learn about the different styles, because there's like different ones that you can do. I don't really know the difference yet. There's also loads more yoga terms I want to learn. I don't know what a vinyasa is. What is it? Someone please tell me. Like they say, take your vinyasa. I don't really get that, but yeah. So the difference between pain and discomfort in yoga, because apparently there's a huge difference between being in pain and being in discomfort, and you should be able to feel it, but I don't really know the difference yet, because I feel like I'm always in pain. So, well, not always, but most of the poses put me in pain, but I don't know if the pain is discomfort or like actual serious pain I should stop. So I'm just hoping that I'll get more flexible and it'll be less painful, but I don't know. Some of the yoga flows I do, I like absolutely hate them, but I feel so good after, so it's like, it's worth it. That's another thing. So yeah, my yoga teacher said that yesterday. The difference between pain and discomfort, and I really need to find out. The next one is yoga philosophy. I'm so excited to delve deep into this, to learn about the history of yoga, to learn about the different teachings that are like concrete things that people learn through the practice of yoga, and just like the philosophies behind it. I'm really excited to learn that. And the final thing is, I'm only on page 2 of this book, Yoga for Witches. Actually, I lie, I'm on page 6. But I'm really excited to read this about how yoga links with witchcraft. I highly recommend it. It's by Sarah Robinson, and it's so cool. So I'm so excited. So yeah, that's all for the video. Me and Baby Yoda. Yeah. I really hope you enjoyed. I will definitely be making more videos about yoga soon, because I think it's really interesting to share what I'm learning through doing it. Sometimes in my vlogs I include little clips of me doing yoga, just to share kind of where I am in my journey, and that it's okay that it's not perfect, to encourage more people to try it, because I think it's just amazing. But yeah, if anything from this video, if you've never done yoga before, please try it. It is just amazing. And yes, please let me know in the comments if you practice yoga, how long you've been practicing, and the biggest things you've learned from it. I'd love to hear it. Please subscribe for more videos like this. I'm pretty much making a video every day at the moment, which is really fun, and I'm loving it. So please stick around. I'm trying to experiment with my different content, because on my other channel I've been really restrictive of the videos I make. So here I'm trying to be a little bit more free, and really expressing my creativity and all the ideas that I have, because I just love making videos so much. So yes, that's all I have to share for today. Maybe I'll make a video in another month. Maybe I'll make another one in a year in this kind of style, about this kind of specific topic within yoga. But for now, that's all I have to say for today, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.